welcome to the Buzz Acoustic Den, Kongos. I know they're back there. There we go. There's the accordion.
Yeah. No, I figured that's what you meant. Not, otherwise you'd be very impatient.
Welcome back to Nashville. You guys are doing a show tonight at Marathon Music Works, and make us feel special, man. When you see Nashville on the list, you guys ready? It's a cool city to play, right?
Yeah. The last time we were here was, I think it was last February, a year ago. I don't think we played. We kind of stopped for a day off, which was really nice to come here for a day off. But we played a show at Exit Inn about a year ago. Pretty cool.
Yeah, a lot of legendary people have been on that stage.
Yeah,
That was a scary wall to look at.
Oh yeah, above the bar.
And then go on stage. You're just seeing names that, you know.
What were some of the names do you remember that popped out where you go?
Bob Dylan.
Yeah, Johnny Cash.
I mean, everybody you can think of, but.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's get some. Let's get the introductions here. Give everybody your name and what you do.
I'm Danny. I play clarinet in Coldplay. No, I play guitar, obviously.
I'm Jesse. I play drums and I hold the guitar sometimes.
All right.
I'm Dylan. I play guitar and bass and sing.
I'm Johnny. My microphone. You guys getting that? I'm Johnny. I play accordion.
Yay! All right.
No microphone for the accordionist.
Congo. So, were you guys born in London or South Africa? Which?
Three of it. We're four brothers, so the three of us were born in London, and then Danny, the youngest, was born in South Africa when we moved there.
Okay, so Danny is the youngest then.
Yeah.
All right. Did you guys terrorize him when he was young?
He terrorized us.
He terrorized you the other way around.
Yeah.
Any good pranks you can remember you played on the guys?
Well, when we were really young, like just
Punching them? Does that count as a prank? I don't.
But sometimes, I mean, four brothers on the road, kind of. Sometimes do you feel like that? I mean, seriously, where you're like, I got to get away just for a second, you know?
Yeah.
Longer
Than a second. But.
We were, since we grew up together, we've already played most of those tricks on each other. So we generally try to keep the pranks between crew and band, or other bands that we're touring with.
Yeah,
we had every argument did a bunch of.
Our favorite prank is on April Fool's. We told our manager that we had a fifth brother and that we should probably, get ahead of this before it makes any news or anything.
We just made it out like he had a dark history,
Call me right now. What's going on? His name was Gary.
So how did you guys, how do you go from South Africa to Phoenix? What prompted that move?
Our mom is originally from Phoenix, so her family's been there since like the 20s. So we always planned on moving to the States. It just took a lot longer than we thought. We were in South Africa for about 8 years, and I think we were going to move to LA, but our mom had family in Phoenix, so it was just kind of a logical place to move to. And
you guys, like we said, you guys have been through Nashville before. You've done a lot of touring. Anywhere in the last few weeks, you guys that have been has been above freezing. I looked at your tour.
No,
your tour.
We got out
nice
of the bus
and warm
yesterday.
here.
It was like sunshine.
We were in Florida, I don't know when that was, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
And
that was that was the last time we saw the sun.
I saw a lot of Northeast dates on there when they had all the snow.
It froze our bus. Buffalo froze our bus to death.
Really?
Yeah.
Our booking agent doesn't have that weather app.
Yeah.
We arrived here, it was 29 degrees, and we're like, just started undressing.
Ready to take your shirt off.
Running around. And,
yeah. Man, that song is everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Tell us
now.
about it.
And that's a good thing.
We hear it every day.
But what a lot of people don't know, that song was released quite a while ago, right?
Yeah.
It took a few years for it to catch on.
It was released on gramophone, yeah.
We recorded. Johnny wrote it, I think, in 2007 or 8 or something. And then we put it out in 2010 or 11, and it was just couldn't get anything going. Nobody paid attention. Then all of a sudden, last year, it just sparked. So it's one of those good problems.
Absolutely, John. Was that one kind of like a frustrating thing? Because when you knew that was a hit, right?
Yeah, we all thought it had something to it, but then you put it out and you send a bunch of emails to people and you get universally rejected. And, and then you think maybe it's not a hit, maybe we're crazy.
You
But-
start to
but-
feel like the initial contestants on American Idol. Like, you're like, maybe we're just delusional.
But you know, it took off for us in South Africa a couple of years before things in the States. So that was kind of like a test market in a way that we saw, okay, if people hear it, it clicks with people. And then it was just a matter, you know, America's a huge place, and there's 50 different markets you have to treat totally separately a lot of times. So it was a little frustrating, but you know, it all ended up pretty well.
It paid off, I would say. Yeah. At what age did you pick up the accordion and say, I'm gonna rock the hell out of this thing?
I'll tell you the first part of that question. It was probably 2007, so I was 20.
No,
Yeah,
it was
no, I-
2003.
Oh, really?
2003, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I play piano. I don't really play the accordion properly. There's probably going to be a bunch of really good accordion players at the show tonight, like throwing tomatoes at me. But, you know, I
Throwing
play
accordions.
piano, and I've just picked this up, and I've kind of been learning as I go the entire, like the left-hand side of it. It's a whole different instrument. But, you know, there's obviously a ton of similarities to piano.
Yeah, that's funny. We get a lot of bands through here, and they always say that one of the things about playing Nashville is half the crowd they think can play better than they can when,
Yeah.
when they get up on stage.
There's a
probably
few,
true,
there's
yeah.
a few cities like that. It's like Austin, Nashville, LA, where you're really trying to impress
Well,
other musicians.
In
that are probably
LA, they
better
at
than
least
you.
have better haircuts. That's all.
Where did the accordion influence come from?
Kind of
that
all
something
over
just
the
like
all over
growing
the
up?
world, really. I mean, it's such a fundamental part of most people's folk music around the world. And we grew up listening to. Our dad had this massive record collection, and we grew up listening to, like Pakistani Qawwali music, Argentinian tango, and then a lot of South African music uses the accordion in some form. And it sounds a little bit like Cajun or Zydeco music, but African. So it's really interesting.
What's the name of your album? Lunatic?
Yeah.
Lunatic. How long has that been out now?
In America?
Yeah.
It was re-released by Epic, our label, in January
Last year, yeah.
Okay.
So about 13 months.
If you don't mind, we'll give the audience here in a minute a chance if they want to ask a couple of questions. But I want to ask about, are you guys looking at doing some festivals this summer? Is that something you guys look into? Or?
Yeah, those kind of offers and talks are happening right now. We're trying to figure out which ones we're going to do. And we want to get into the studio. As soon as this tour is done, we go to South America for 2 weeks to do some festivals, and then we're going to get back. We've written the next album. We just need the time to get into the studio. So,
Have you guys done a lot of those big festivals? I mean, have you done Bonnaroo yet?
no, we didn't do
Yeah.
Bonnaroo. Last year we did a bunch of them, like Firefly and Austin City Limits and
Lollapalooza.
Lollapalooza.
I wanted to ask you, when you're on stage at a big festival like that, have you guys ever kind of looked over to the side and seen some a musician that you admire watching you guys, or has that ever happened? Or
Our time slot has been so early in the day. I don't think they're out of bed yet.
you don't think they're out of bed?
Keep expecting Paul McCartney to show up early in the morning to catch my set. Never does.
I always ask that question because we had Blackstone Cherry in here one time, and they were doing a show in England, and they looked over, and Jimmy Page was over about banging his head
No
to
big
it.
deal.
So I always thought that was cool. So has there been any though, like on any of the festivals, you guys kind of got starstruck by someone you were playing with?
Well,
or-
Firefly, we played on the same stage as Foo Fighters, so we saw their spike marks on stage, which is cool to be playing on the same stage and see where their instruments and rigs and everything to get set up. Then we watched them from backstage, and that's just insane to watch Dave Grohl. He's a machine.
Oh, absolutely.